Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X-2, where I've spent more than an hour calibrating these godforsaken towers, including one where I had to play a memory game, but input the answers in reverse order, which I have spent 20 minutes doing by recording the sequences, menuing out every time it's time to input them, watching the footage, writing down the sequences in reverse order, and then inputting them. It's been horrible. I have hated every minute of it. But I did it. I calibrated every last one of them. Well, I visited every tower. I did 5 of them perfectly. That is enough to get a reward, the Samurai's Armor Garment Grid. And since I got the hardest tower perfectly done, tower number 10, I will be able to get a ribbon in Chapter 5, which is huge. Now, this garment grid that I got is actually very special, because while you have it equipped, you can use Bushido abilities. This is the first garment grid I've gotten that lets you use abilities from jobs that are not currently active. Of course, this one lets me use abilities for a class I have not even unlocked yet. So that's kind of, like, useless, I think. But that's okay. The point is I have succeeded. Also, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think calibrating the towers caused the spawn rate to decrease dramatically, because it used to be I could barely take 10 steps in the Thunder Plains without getting into a random encounter. And now I have actually run from one end of it to the other and only gotten one random encounter. So, if I want to continue grinding out my dress spheres, like I would kind of like to do right now, I'm going to have to go somewhere else and do that. But I also now know for sure that I'm on track, so I can save in slot 1, do it twice because I am paranoid and I never want to do these things again. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm going to keep grinding. I will see you when I am ready to proceed. Alright, let's get going! It is now 2 weeks since I last recorded. So I did do a little bit more grinding. The good news is that every character has now learned their first 2 blue bullet abilities. Specifically, they have all now learned White Wind and Blaster. And I have managed to catch 2 Chocobos. So, I think next up is the Moonflow. So, I need to talk to Tobly. This is gonna be a bit involved. Ah, there you are.
But the tickets aren't selling. We'll end up with an empty house. That's like a full house with none of the people.
I refuse to believe you can't sell tickets. Especially when you consider that apparently Yuna's imposter was able to organize and sell tickets to a concert to fill an entire stadium of people in, like, presumptively less than a day. Okay. So, there are more than 10 people, you only have 10 tickets, you want to sell to people who will pay higher. Okay, so... I want to sell them to people for profit. So the first one it lists here is woman wearing pink purple on the left side of the road. Okay. Or do you want me to, like, work my way down, or... Alright, I'm just gonna have to, like, focus on this pretty carefully. So, an old person sitting on the dock steps in green. Okay, so how do I sell to you? Old man sitting by the docks in green for 1,500. Okay. Person in green left of the kid on the steps. Okay. Any. Alright, it says any price. So then we have a woman in yellow below a save sphere. That would be you. You'll buy it for 1,500. Cool. A woman with a child in Tobley's area for 1,000. 5, 6. We actually want to skip this one. It seems like they'll only buy for 1,000. So, let me see here. So, there's a few more here that I can talk to. Woman wearing a red headband. Sell for 1,500. Cool. A man wearing yellow on the right side of the road. Man yelling yellow on the right side of the road. Excuse me. Okay. Work with me, camera. This one says... actually, no. This one's just marked as 200, so screw that. And a woman wearing pink purple on the left side of the road, which should be further down here. And they will buy for 1,500. And I'm assuming that they are still down this way.
Give me a Y! Give me an R!
Give me a break.
Hello, everybody. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna shoot you all with my bullets. I'm sure you'll die easily enough. Ow, stop hurting me. So rude. So, how good is White Wind in this? Ooh, that's really, really good.
Go Wings, take the goal!
Oh, that's really, really, really good. Okay. So, woman wearing pink purple. Hello, I'm looking for more people. I mean, I wouldn't really call that pink or purple. Whatever. Let's try 1500. Okay, apparently that was the woman in pink/purple, I guess. And then we just want to take the shoe puff and keep on going. We're gonna make ourselves a nice, tidy profit. The encounter rate in this game is so weirdly inconsistent. Like, sometimes it really doesn't seem like you can take more than 10 steps without a fight, and other times you can just run across entire zones. It's really weird, if I'm being honest. Still, I mean, I do feel good. Like when I am past now, like, the 33% mark, so, like, I think I'm doing pretty darn good so far. Yep, I will ride the shoe puff. So, on the other side, I'm going to be first looking for a kid in white by the steps. Kid in white by the steps. Okay. And this one will buy for 2,000. A woman at the top of the ramp in the yellow dress, who will also buy for 2,000. A guard sleeping while standing in the next area. I am not talking to freaky musicians. Please let me go. Please let me go. How do I leave? Okay, apparently I leave this way. Okay, sleeping while standing. He will pay 500. I don't want to get just 500. Woman across from the guard, left of the high pillow. You will buy it for any price. And next, a man in blue-yellow on the road to Guado Salam for 1,500. Alright. That's probably you. And a man speaking to an old lady by the Guado Salam entrance for 2,000. Yep, that looks like a man talking to an old lady for 2,000. Cool. So that takes care of that.
Did you sell the tickets, I mean?
You better believe it. Every last one.
Splendid, simply splendid. Did you hear that, everybody? Oh yes, before I forget. I've got to pay you your profits.
Yes, okay.
Last be a little bonus for selling all the tickets.
Okay, I got a muscle belt, a garment grid.
I guess it's worth trying anything.
Yep, it was an absolutely amicable arrangement. Everybody's happy.
Oh, we're really looking
I
forward to the
truly
show.
hate this character. Alright, speak to Toby again for another cutscene. Followed by a note that says, not sure about this, so you should be fine if you speak to him again, and he responds through a regular dialogue box. I could be confusing this with events in Chapter 3. Okay. Okay, there's notes. Make sure you make a profit of 12,500 gil on this mission. Otherwise, redo until you make that profit. Okay. Cool. So, next task is for the ad campaign. So, first we're going to head to the, well, all the way back here. The south end, same as chapter 1, except without that lady. Okay, so, no, apparently that's actually not a thing I have to do. If I'm reading my notes correctly here. I do take a lot of notes to get this right. So the South Wharf, the girl walking around near the save sphere. And I want to give the 5th response. Publicity, 5th response. Then Southwark, boy beside chairs to the shoe puff, 5th response. Hello. Publicity, 5th response. And then we're going to ride the shoe puff again. And we need to talk to Lady South of the shoe puff for 5th response. Seems easy enough. Lady South of the shoe puff. Publicity, 5th response. And North Bank Road, Lady at the North End. Lady at the North End of the North Bank Road. That's still North Wharf. So, the Lady at the North End. Alright, some more basic enemies. They're no actual threats. I'm pretty sure as I have been going for 100%, I have slightly overpowered my characters. Maybe a little. Alright, so not you. And then this way just goes into Guado Salon, which I think is the closest save point. And after that, I will finally be going to Luca. Which is good, because after I finish the stuff in Luca, I can finally go back and do all the stuff it told me to do in Guado Salon at the start of Chapter 2, which for some reason included in this note to specifically not do it until you do the stuff in Luca. Okay. This is actually important. Alright. Let's go with Blaster. Damn it! Darn thing ran off. Okay, it resisted the Blaster. That was not nearly as difficult as I thought it would be. Okay, Lady at the North End. Publicity. 1st response. Okay. So, I think that is everything that I had to do in the Moonflow. So I think I am done there. Let's move on to Luca. I don't suppose any of you people want to actually help me with my match or my publicity campaign yet, do you? Of course not. Why would you? Alright. To Luca we go. Da 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 da. Luca. Okay. So it says I'm waiting for an automatic scene and to get interviewed by Shalenda. And then after that, I will be trying to pay off Owaka's debt. Since he should have made that easy 90,000 in Guado Salam. That is not how this works.
Hello and good afternoon, Luca.
Okay.
This is Shalinda bringing you all the latest news from throughout Spira. These days, everyone's talking about the groups battling throughout Spira for control of the spheres. Let's start with the Youth League. From its leader, Maven Nuge, on down, their ranks are made up mostly of former Crusaders.
Which makes sense. They don't have a sin to fight anymore.
On Temple, the Youth League is sending shockwaves throughout Spira. Pairing off against them is none other than New Yevon. All eyes were on him after the New Yevon chairman's sudden resignation. Chaos seemed inevitable. But their newly appointed leader, Praetor Barrelai, has held them together with utmost finesse.
Speak.
Another group turning a lot of heads is the Machine Faction, an Albed organization.
Alright, so apparently after this, I am going to go back to Guado Salam and actually start working on that stuff.
Prowess could well be enough to dramatically shift the balance of power. And let's not forget the LeBlanc Syndicate, the gang with a style all its own. Headquartered at Chateau LeBlanc in Guado Salam,
although, since I'm not...
But lately, there's one group in particular that's been drawing all kinds of attention. That's right, the only group led by a high summoner, the Gold Wing.
I'm sorry, there's...
And now, here's today's
There is a
special
note
guest,
here that
High
specifically
Summoner
says...
Yuna.
Repeat until you're happy with your gil about. You'll need several million gil should you want to bribe your way out of some extremely tough bosses later on.
Well, it was sort of me up there.
What the
Not
hell
exactly.
kind of note is that?
Puzzling words, to be sure. And speaking of puzzling, why the sudden career change to spear hunting? It sounds like you caused quite a stir with that disappearing act you pulled on Besaid.
And I'm very sorry about that.
Are you?
Rumor has it you left the island looking for clues about a certain young man. Anything you can share with us?
You know, that's a secret.
Very hush-hush. Sounds intriguing.
It's a long story.
How the hell did you get into...
I'm sure it is. One can only imagine the fascinating tales
You
that
are
led to
not
becoming
talking
the
into
leader
a
of the
microphone.
Goblins.
You are talking into a glow stick.
I'm the leader. Me! Goldwings, we rock you!
Brother, I
Whoa.
hate you.
This thing on?
It's taping 2 morons right now. This is just a toy compared to the things I've invented.
Tell us, is it true that the Gullwings have thrown their support behind the Youth League?
That statement is kind of
You
true,
know,
but
frankly,
not really. No!
I am much
We
more
don't wanna
likely to
get caught
think
up in other
that,
people's problems.
So many questions left to ask, but I'm
I
afraid
mean,
we're
to
out
be
of time.
honest, both of the existing
Our
factions
thanks to
right now are
today's
kind of
guests,
crap, but
High Summoner Yuna and the Gullwings.
between these two piles of crap, I'd have to say that the new Yevon faction is definitely more crap.
Not bad.
You should have joined in too.
Yeah, it was more fun watching.
Lady Yuna, great interview. Thank you so much for helping me out. This isn't much, but consider it a token of my gratitude.
Okay, I got a garment grid for that.
So, how long you been doing this? Well, after the calm
Didn't-
came, the temples were in decline. At first,
Didn't
I thought
Shinra
the best thing I
invent
could
the
do would
garment
be to help the
grids?
temples get back on their feet.
Why does everyone
Everyone
have
just
these
ordered me
things?
around. I
Did Shinra just, like, invent them and then make, like,
tell them
50
no?
variants of them and just
That's the
drop
part
them out of
I
an
wanted to
airship
change.
as he flew
I
around?
made up my mind to leave the temple and come here to Luca. They needed people for this and they asked me to help.
Needed
So,
people for
here I
this?
Another job you were asked to do?
I suppose nothing about me has really changed after all.
Well, your face
I gotta
texture is
run.
slightly more horrifying.
My next assignment is about to start. See you later, Lady Yuna.
She
We've got
complains,
8
but you can tell she
people
enjoys
to
it.
talk to here.
Sounds a bit like Uni, don't you think?
Really?
Okay. So I'm at a part, I'm pretty soon going to be at a part where I'm probably
Dr.
going
B,
to cut
care to
it
give
and
us your
just until
opinion?
I'm sitting on an
The hardest person
absolute
to know
absurd
is
metric
yourself.
ton of money.
Hey, cut
Also,
that out.
I'm basically at the 34% save point right now. So this is the square. So let's go back to the outskirts, and then I'm just going to follow this thing in order just because it's actually listed very, like, in a very helpful fashion. Lady sitting on a bench alone. That is you. And you want third response. Outskirts, lady sitting on bench with man. You get fifth response. Alright, now there's 2 at the square. First is a boy near the stand, 4th response. Okay, a boy near the stand. 4th response. Yeah, they seem like the sort of person who would care about losing 30 pounds. And a man in brown seated on a bench. There you go. And you get 5th response. Okay. Next up, stadium entrance. Man in green randomly walking. Okay. So, man in green randomly walking. Come to think of it. Let's see. That's just theater. Does this qualify as stadium entrance? No, this is bridge. Okay. Excuse me, everybody. I'm a bit busy. Man in green randomly walking. You are a man in green randomly walking. Excuse me. Sir? Sir? Okay. Ah! You must be the man in green. So, next one is lady sitting on a bench above the counter. And you get second response. Okay, and then we're going to head to dock number 3. And there's going to be a lady walking on the left. That's dock 2, so keep going. Lady walking on the left. You look like you're walking. Oh. You get back here. You look like you're walking. I demand your attention. Lady walking to the left. Response 4. And then man walking at the north end for first response. first response. They are totally pumped. And that takes care of Luca. So now I go to Guado Salam. Okay. So don't skip that. When I get back to the ship, I should be at 34%. So far, I mean, I've had to be absolutely meticulous following this guide, but thus far, it hasn't actually steered me wrong. Which, considering the amount of things I'm trying to do, I genuinely find to be very impressive. Okay, Guado Salam. Da 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 da. We go to Guado Salam. Okay, Guado Salam. Before we start, double check that you've talked to the goons for the cutscene. Again, pretty sure I did. Okay. After you save your game, that's actually a good piece of advice. Let's make sure I hit the 34% checkpoint. I am at 34%, just like I should be. So now we talk to the innkeeper, and we buy the data from him for 10,000. You are not an innkeeper. You're some kind of a shopman. Excuse me, are you some kind of an innkeeper? You don't look like some kind of an innkeeper. No, I didn't want you to walk in here. Leave. I think it's on the lower level. Maybe. Okay. Got any data? You got just the thing. And I will sell it for 10,000. Sounds like a good deal. Someone near the entrance to town. Okay. He will give you a clue about the data buyer. He says it's the last person you expect, no question. Once he gives the clue above, sell him the data? Wait, what? He'll give you a clue about the data buyers, and if he says it's the last person you expect, no question, then continue. Oh, is... Okay. So am I just supposed? Is the buyer like random? And then like I'm just supposed to reset until it's him? Is that how this works? Because it really sounds like I'm supposed to sell the data right back to him. Speak to the innkeeper. He will give you a clue about the data buyers, and if he says it's the last person you'd expect, no question, then continue. Okay. This is kind of weird. Everything I'm doing right now is apparently ultimately for the goal of getting Owaka out of debt. So that seems to be the whole point of this. Okay. So I buy it. It's the last person you'd expect, no question. Okay. So I sell you the data. You just sold it to me for 10,000. You buy it for 100,000. Okay. This whole exchange is just... It's just so bizarre. And I think we've pretty firmly already established that no one here is open to the matchmaking. Or the publicity campaign. So now I can start working on Owaka's debt. So let me read how exactly I do this. Buy 99 Phoenix Downs from Owaka. Okay. And then I sell all of them to the barkeep. Okay. And then repeat until his debt is gone. The reason for doing this is that a Phoenix Down costs 99, for which you get back 70 or 25 gil. So you lose only about 75% of your money. And then once we've paid off his debt, he'll give us a discount.
Welcome to
Okay. So I buy a ton of these. And then I sell them all to you, I guess. Oh my god, this really is going to take forever, isn't it? Because on each cycle I'm getting rid... Oh god, every cycle I'm getting 9,700 off of his debt.
What can I do for you?
And he's got about 82,000 left. So... I mean, honestly, that's not too bad. I think that's 9 cycles to complete. But, yeah, I'll go ahead and pause here while I get this done.
Make some guild do.
Okay, so I legitimately don't know why this guide tells me to do this with Phoenix Downs. because it's just way more profitable to just do it with high potions. So, there goes his debt.
Now I can finally go back to the shop. So long, thanks for everything. Not exactly a proper thanks now, is it? I think I'll keep doing business here.
Okay.
At a tremendous discount, of course.
So...
What?
At this point, it tells me... Buy all the items through Awaka, sell them to the barkeep, and repeat until you're happy with your gil amount. And just, you will need several million if you want to bribe your way out of some extremely tough bosses. Don't forget to restock 99 of all the 5 gills item for your own once you're done getting gil. Okay. So, I guess the entire point now is just profiteering, I guess?
Don't happen to know where to play.
So... I just buy everything. I mean, I might as well just stock up right now. And then I guess I just keep selling... I don't know, which one is the most profitable item to sell? The high potions are 125. Wait, I don't even see the holy... Okay. So this is how I basically make infinite profit. So I can make 12,375 with every cycle of doing this. So that is going to take me a while. And... yeah, I think I'm just going to... Oh my god, I've got to stop clicking on sleep. I think I am actually going to just go ahead and end the episode here. A little bit short today, but I mean, I'm probably going to be doing this for like over an hour.
What?
Like, I don't know how much several million gil is exactly, but I know it's enough that I'm gonna be at this for a while. And I think I will probably aim for maybe 10 million. I mean, 10 million should definitely qualify as, quote, several million. So, yeah, if I'm making a profit...
Welcome.
Let's see. It's 4,950 to buy. And then they sell for 12,375 minus 49, whatever it was. Yeah. So if I'm making a profit of around a little over 7,000 per cycle, and I want to get 10 million, then I am looking at, oh dear God, Possibly over over 1,300 cycles. That's going to suck. So, I'm going to keep grinding some money until I am infinitely wealthy, and I will see you all on the next one. Oh god, I'm not even back up to 100,000 yet.
You don't happen to know where to